Hello Bokoblins! There are some really great ways to get lots of arrows in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, but some of those methods depend on how far you are in the game. Today, I want to show you some of the best methods to get arrows depending on how far you are and which parts of the map you've been to, even right after the Great Sky Island. If you don't know me, I'm Nico and I love collecting everything in Zelda games. If you need help doing or finding anything in Zelda games, I hope you consider subscribing or at least checking out the channel. There are many things you should be doing as you play through the game to make sure you always have enough arrows. Some of those things might be picking up arrows after you or an enemy misses, collecting the arrows after an enemy shoots them into one of your wooden shields, or simply just stop using them all the time for absolutely no reason. We'll talk about a few good ways, and one of the best ways to get arrows is from boxes and barrels, mostly boxes. There's boxes almost everywhere, there's a few at stables, enemy camps, and some random places. But the problem can be that some boxes don't always drop arrows, so I looked through this spreadsheet of all the drop tables. Then I looked through an object map, searched for only boxes and barrels that dropped arrows, and I came up with a few great locations on where to farm them. And of course, the last one might be the best one, and I haven't seen people talk about it. The first convenient place is in the Hyrule Field Skyview Tower. Some of you may already have known this, but I have something to add. First, if you don't know about this location, there are bokoblins here and a boss bokoblin. If you have a bokoblin mask or the Majora's mask, you can just walk around, break the boxes, and the bokoblins will leave you alone. Just be careful not to hit the bokoblins or the bomb barrels. Or you can just fight them all. If you want to save some durability, you can always pick up the boxes and drop them. They do break when dropping them flat, but dropping them on the corner will guarantee a break. Up to you. I did this location 3 times just to see how many I would get, and I got 29 arrows, 33 arrows, and 34 arrows. As a side note, the iron boxes seem to drop less arrows. Now before you leave, I would leave towards the north. There are 6 more boxes here and a barrel west of this shrine. The 3 times I did this spot, I got 20 arrows, 19 arrows, and 16. This isn't that great, but it's pretty good if you're already close by. The next location is way better than I thought it would be, and it's close to the beginning of the game, and it's at the Outpost Ruins. When I did this spot 3 times, I got 94, 77, then 103 arrows. You can travel to this shrine, make your way north through the enemy tower. You could possibly break the boxes without even fighting the enemies, and run to the enemy camp to the west. There are some annoying trees that Link tries to attack instead of the barrels here, but you can skip the barrels if you want. Then make your way south to the Outpost Ruins. You'll find lots of boxes and barrels. Then a small trip to the east, and you'll find 5 more boxes. The next best place for boxes of arrows is in the Wind Temple. I did this 3 times and I got 70, 72, and 73. The boxes are a little scattered, but you can get them all in about 2 minutes if you know the right route to take. As soon as you teleport, turn around and get the boxes in this room. Jump off the ship to the west side, and then right in the entrance there's 1 box. Ascend right away, and south there's 2 barrels. Go into the room with the hole and go around to break the 2 boxes here. Jump in the hole and make your way north, there's 2 more boxes down the hallway. Then go into the little doorway and down the ladder for 2 more boxes. You could continue down the stairs for 2 more barrels, but I'd ignore those and ascend back to the main floor. Then go into this west room on the north end and break the last 2 boxes. The last place might be the best place, and that's in the cave in the Cape Kales. There's a bunch of boxes and barrels in 2 spots. I don't want to spoil the puzzle and tell you how to get here, but I'll mention it at the very end if you don't want to solve it yourself. I would place a travel medallion here, and if there are stall monsters here, remember that you can use a dazzle fruit to defeat them all. If you like tips like this, check the card in the corner or the link in the description for 172 more tips. By the way, after collecting here 3 times, I got 53, 59, then 77. An honorable mention would be at Tarrytown. You might go here a few times on a side quest, and there are boxes by the shop. I did this 3 times and I got 24, 21, and 19. And just so you know, because I know people like to add things to videos, I did mention earlier that iron boxes don't seem to drop that much arrows, and that's why I didn't include places like the Eventide Cave or Marita's Exchange Ruins. You could check those places out for yourself if you want to. There's also this Lake Floria cave, but the boxes here were too far apart and there are random zonai items next to them that are annoying. Another place you can easily visit is the 2 Archer Shrines. You'll get 20 arrows right at the beginning of the shrine. They're here by the Tapantha stable and almost right above it in the skies. There are some shrines where you can get some arrows, but the arrows aren't at the beginning of the shrine, or there's only 5, like this one. Now if you have some rupees, you can buy them, but don't buy them from Beetle. It's a ripoff. His bundles of 5 are 30 rupees each, and all the shops in the game's bundles are 20 rupees each. The shops usually have 3 bundles of 5, but Lookout Landing has the best because they have 5 bundles of 5. These shops will restock the very next in-game day, but you can't be at the shop. It needs to reload, so you can leave and come back, or you can place a travel medallion, or you can just save and reload. However, there's an even better place that you can buy arrows, and that's in a Yiga Clan hideout. They'll sell 4 bundles of 10 for 35 rupees. There is a requirement to get in here, but again, I don't like to spoil things. I'll still give you the answer at the end of the video. There are some traveling merchants, but they are hard to predict where they'll be, and they'll also give you bundles of 5 for 20 rupees. And there won't be a discount when it's raining like in Breath of the Wild. Another great place you can get arrows is from Badoli in Rito Village. I'm pretty sure this is only available after you've completed the Rito phenomena. She's in the little island on the southwest part of the Rito village. She will give you 10 arrows for either 5 bright caps, 3 chillfin trout, or 3 glowing cave fish. What she asks for seems to be random, and if you're lucky, she'll ask for bright caps. But it seems she won't change her request until you've given it to her. And while you're here, Molly at the second hut from the bridge has 5 arrows sitting on the table. Just take it from her. And finally, the best place to go to farm arrows would be the Lionels in the Depths Coliseum if you feel like you can defeat 5 Lionels. Now the amount of arrows is pretty decent, but when I did this 3 times, I got 83, 109, and again 109. But what makes this place a great place is because of their drops. You'll get multi-shot bows and the strongest bow in the game, which is a Savage Lionel bow. Also, you'll get some energy crystals which can be used to increase your Zonai energy wells. These are the best places I can come up with. Let us know if you can come up with more. Thank you so much for watching, and to get into the Cape Kales cave, it's north tip of the cliff but in the water. And to open the door, I don't know if you have to activate it from these 2 guys north of the Foothill stable, but all you have to do is whistle. And to get into the Yiga Clan hideout, you need the Yiga gear from the Aldor Foothills, Akala Tech Lab, and the Old Man House on the Great Plateau. See you next time!